This is the January 8th, 2025 meeting of the Berlin Zoning Board of Appeals. It is being conducted via Zoom webinar. Panelists and attendees, please note that your image, voice, and telephone number may be recorded for the record. Let me introduce the group, the board members. Just raise your hand when I say your name. Jim Roya.
Here.
Denny's not here. Ginny Zakatinsky.
Here.
Susanna Roberts.
Nope, she's got no microphone and no camera.
Okay, we'll skip over for now. Pat Jackson. Keith Susie.
Here.
Leanne, the administrative assistant for planning groups.
Okay.
And I'm Lynn Ryan.
Okay, there's Sue.
Okay, Susanna, just say hi and raise your hand.
Hey.
Okay. All right, let's see. First of all, we've got a bunch of minutes to deal with, right, Leanne? And I'll let you tell us which ones and who can vote.
October 9th, and I need Lynn, Denny, who's not here, Sue, and Jim for voting.
All right, but we do have 4 of us here, right?
Yeah, there's 4 people in attendance, but only 3 of you of the 4 I just called.
Okay, so I'll entertain a motion to accept the October 9th minutes as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, I'll call for a roll call. And again, that was who?
Lynn.
All right, so
Sue,
I'm an A, and Sue.
Aye.
and Jim,
Aye.
and everyone else is voting present.
Right.
Okay. Then we have minutes of November 13th, and I need Lynn, Jim, Ginny, and Keith.
Okay. So I'll entertain a motion to approve as presented the November 13th minutes.
So moved.
Is there a
Seconded.
second?
I heard Keith.
Okay. Any further discussion? If not, I'll call for a roll call. Jim,
Aye.
Ginny,
Aye.
Keith,
Aye.
and I'm an aye, and everybody else is voting present.
Okay.
And then there were none in December, right?
We had no meeting in December.
Okay, so
Note of that in these minutes.
that brings our minutes up to
Yes,
okay. Then we have the annual report.
annual report, yeah. That I sent out on Monday.
It was very brief. I was absolutely shocked. We had 2 apartments is all we did all year
Yeah.
long.
Yep.
I mean, there were other times when we're running 4 hearings at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve or alter, if you wish, the annual report.
I'll make a motion to accept it as written.
Is there a second, please?
Second.
Okay, I'll do a roll call vote. Jim,
Aye.
Keith,
Aye.
Ginny,
Aye.
Pat,
Aye.
Susanna,
Aye.
and I'm an aye. Okay. So next we have warrants, but we don't have any, right?
Right, Jenny reported to me that there were no warrants.
Okay. Now we have communications. Do we have any communications?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Is tonight the last night for February?
No, next Wednesday, because the first Wednesday of the month this year in January was the first. So there's actually 5 weeks this month. So next Wednesday is the deadline. I don't know of anything in the pipes.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. So quiet.
I don't know. It makes me nervous.
Don't jinx it.
Did anyone have a chance to attend any of the CPTC courses that were out there this week?
Mm-mm.
Okay. If
I did.
not-
I did attend the energy committee meeting last night.
Would you care to give us an update?
Only on the pertinent stuff. The EDC was trying to put in, using a grant, a charging station in the center of town and across from the general store. The businesses and the residents over there were against it. And so they just handed it off to the energy committee and said, here, you find a place to put it. As I was there, I just suggested possibly down at the school because they have that parking over by the tennis courts that is semi-public. This would be for a hybrid municipal / public use, and it would be a level 3 charger. And they are having a follow-up meeting with National Grid on February 4, possibly. I think that, yeah, February 4. And they'll be discussing it then. And that was the only thing that really was related to zoning board.
Did the neighbors say why they objected to it?
No, not really, other than parking is already an issue over there and they didn't want to take away from it and they didn't want to cause more traffic. But they were not supportive. There was talk of putting it in the town office building parking lot. But there is an issue of not wanting to tear up the pavement because they just repaved the parking area.
Well, it just seems a shame because we do need charging stations.
Yes, I agree. But as I was only there sort of as a liaison, I didn't really get too involved.
I don't blame you. Okay, I don't see anything unforeseen. Is there anybody that won't be able to attend? The one thing I wanted to mention to you, please contact Kennedy and Kilcoyne, our rep and our senator, asking them to extend the ability of a municipal meeting to be held virtually. It will expire at the end of March. So we have 2 more months before. I don't know why they don't make it permanent.
Mhm.
But I'll tell you, if we could get the planning board too, if they would send, I mean, I know they do theirs virtually.
Mhm.
I don't know why they don't make it permanent. I know even like at Assabet, we meet in person generally. But sometimes we have executive sessions. And if we're having an executive session, we will hold it virtually because no one can attend anyway. The problem is, in order to hold an executive session, you have to start the meeting in open session. So we would have to meet in person to open it unless they extend this virtual meeting. So if you can, Kennedy and Kilcoyne, just drop them a note and tell them that the pros and the pros for having the option, and they say option, it's not, you don't have to do it. And I think it's worked out well for us. What do you guys think?
I like it
I like
because
it.
I am out doing something else and I'm at my zoning board at the same time.
Right.
We don't have to go out on a cold, windy night in January.
Right. And it also prevents like snow dates, you know? I mean, we could still be having a blizzard, and unless the electricity goes out or something, we can still hold a meeting. Okay, good. We don't have anything unforeseen. What about availability for our next meeting?
Which would be February 12th.
I'm good.
I'm good.
Far as I
I'm-
know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless something else comes up, I can be there.
Keith? All right, so we're all available. What I've been doing is, if we don't have anything next month, I think what I'll do is cancel it, if that's agreeable to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I think we need to meet at least every other month. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, I will let you know after next Wednesday, Lynn, if there's any applications for hearing.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else that they want to bring up to the committee?
I was just going to mention that there was something that it doesn't directly impact us, but there was a ruling today by the State Supreme Judicial Court concerning this rezoning requirement for the MBTA communities.
Ah,
I'm sure everybody's familiar with the town of Milton voted down changing their zoning law for that.
Mm-hmm.
So the ruling was in three parts. The first question was whether the law itself was constitutional or not, and they decided that it is. The second part of it was whether the Attorney General had the authority to enforce the law, and they agreed that the Attorney General does. But the third part was whether the executive agency, which is some sort of housing initiative committee, followed the Administrative Procedures Act in passing regulations on how this whole law was implemented. And the ruling on that was that they did not follow proper procedures. So at the moment, the law is valid, but it's not enforceable. So they have to go back and redo the regulations in accordance with the Administrative Procedures Act. And then at that point, they can, the state attorney general can enforce it. So basically, they're going to have to comply with it eventually, but they got a little bit of breathing room as far as when that's going to actually happen.
excellent. Does anyone have anything else? If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Seconded.
Have a motion and a second to adjourn. Jim,
Aye.
Keith,
Aye.
Ginny,
Aye.
Pat,
Aye.
Susanna?
Aye.
We have declare the meeting adjourned.